Hey there everybody, Eric coming at you today with another knife video. Today's video is on the BK22. Now this knife is also known as the Becker Campanion. You'll notice the box here says that it is the BK22 and that it comes with a polyester sheath. Now this is an overall pretty hefty blade. It weighs in at a pound. It has an overall blade length of 5 1/4 inches and an overall length of 10 1/2. The blade has traction coated 1095 Crowvan steel. These handle scales are basically called Ultramid. They're basically a hard plastic, very comfortable form fit like all Becker handles. This blade is a beefy 1/4 inch stock, very stout tip. It's a drop point design. Has basically a high saber grind, an exposed pommel where the tang sticks out of the back of the knife beyond the handle scales, a lanyard hole, and unlike most of the Becker knives, it does not have a thumb ramp, which to me is actually a good thing. You know, the thumb ramp can go either way for me. I don't mind it, but when it's not there, I think I like it even better. Now this BK2 for me is a blade that's kind of stuck between a couple of different genres of knife, but even at that doesn't quite make it into either category. For example, if you take a quick look at the BK9, this to me would be more of your chopping class. And in fact, the BK2 has just about the same weight. It's just so thick. It's a full 1/4 inch spine, and that's where it gets its weight. Obviously, you're not getting the chopping leverage that you would with the BK9, and so for me, I don't think I'd honestly choose this blade if this is the one I was going to choose for chopping tasks. Even similar, if you look at it versus the BK7, I mean, the BK7 is significantly lighter. At least it feels lighter, even with all the additional length on this blade. But at that, you know, I think this BK7 is going to be a little more wieldy. I prefer the point on this particular blade versus the drop point on the BK2. You know, it's really a matter of preference, but at the same time, I think for the types of tasks I'm going to be using this BK7 for, I don't need the extra thickness, and in fact I've tested this plenty to know that it's certainly strong, so I don't think I'm going to have any reason to need to go to a full 1/4 inch on my spine. And even furthermore, if I'm trying to do more delicate or detailed tasks and I'm looking for more of a bushcraft knife, I think I'm going to go with the BK16. I mean, this is actually in some ways pretty similar in blade shape. I mean, obviously this knife's bigger, this one's a little bit smaller, but I do prefer, at this point, probably something that's a little smaller, a little more controlled. I mean, a knife of this size, with this much girth and this much weight, just feels a little bit unwieldy. It's kind of strange to me, so I don't exactly know, you know, who this would be suitable for. I know it's not my typical cup of tea. I kind of wanted to get my hands on it and feel it out and see what I thought about it. I mean, it has that same great, you know, Becker handle, so it feels comfortable. It's just a little bit heavy for me and a little bit stuck between a couple of different worlds. Now, a subtle point that I'd like to make is that because this spine is thicker than the other Beckers, it tends to make the handle even that much thicker. So if you have a large hand, you might really enjoy this. I mean, it's not super significant, and this isn't the best comparison because I have aftermarket scales, but the handle on the BK9 or 7 in my case, I have both here, is just a little bit thinner because the stock is more of a 3/16 than a 1/4 inch, and so that does add up, you know, just enough on the handle to really fill it out that much more. So you might find that a desirable feature if you're looking for a blade with a nice, thick, large handle. Another nice feature of the BK2 is the fact that you can trick it out if you want Obviously, there are different handle scales that you can get aftermarket. There's micarta, there's wooden handles. Some people like to texture their plastic handles, doing different things to give it some more grip. You can add Ranger bands and all kinds of different things to trick it out. So that is a really nice thing about these Becker BK line, you know, in the case of the BK2, just being able to really customize it if you'd like it. Now, out of the BK9, BK7, and BK2, I'd say the BK2 definitely has the nicest of the three factory sheaths. It has dual retention. If you look at the insert, it's actually scalloped, and that holds the knife nice and firm and centered right in the sheath. So if you look here at how the plastic scales fit nicely inside that plastic insert, helps to hold the knife firmly in place without too much rattle. And similar to the BK7, you do get a nice MOLLE field in the back, the ability to attach this to a pack or a belt, and unlike the BK9, which just has a straight up, boring, plain back to it, which is almost useless, simply only allows you to put it on your belt. So alright guys, there you have it. The Becker BK2 or BK22. Either way you go, you might find that it's the knife for you. It's not for me, but that's okay. You know, I'm going to move on and continue to try new things and get my hands on different blades, and for me, that's kind of what it's all about. I have to get it in my hands. I have to try it out and see if I think I'm going to like it. And at this point, at least I can share a little bit with you. Unfortunately, I don't even think I'm going to cut with this thing. And that's a little bit of a shame, but hey, you know what? I need to move forward. So anyway, guys, I hope you like what you saw. I hope you found it a little bit informative. If you like what you saw, please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for stopping by. Take care now. I'll see you soon.